Okay, so remember this is our 1v1, this versus Antron, where I only had 2 infantry survive in West Russia. As expected, he did a tank build, which is pretty much the go, when, especially when you have, I mean, nowadays the tank rush is a go for any normal opening for Russia. When Russia has a weak opening, I mean, that's just it's kind of the go-to these days. So I totally expected that to come. What I didn't expect is he did send his battleship to Sea Zone 13, and it died without killing my cruiser. So now that gives me a quandary, because anybody who follows me for a little while knows if this destroyer's living here, this is green light Sea Zone 37 weather, where I build 2 destroyers and a carrier and, you know, stack Sea Zone 35 while killing out Sea Zone 37. However, and I think that's probably why he did. He probably knew that's what it would trigger me to do. Here's my problem. Normally, when Russia has bad, I'm like, okay, let's go KJF and let's just go crazy and, you know, try to make something happen. But this is so bad that I can't protect West Russia at all. I can't stack West Russia, even if I fly both my fighters directly in here. Even if, and I wouldn't expect it, this fighter survived and I could fly him there, I still don't like the battle odds that it gives Germany just hitting West Russia directly. So as much as I hate to say, and it pains me to say it, I don't think we can do it. Now, I could potentially come down here, move my guys down here, and you know, stack Caucasus, hopefully dead zone West Russia, and see where that goes. But even that's it's gonna be tough to dead zone West Russia as is. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do here. I'm kind of in a bit of a quandary. I think I'm going to try something more ridiculous. Yeah. This just really stinks. He did lose 3 infantry taking Ukraine, which is nice. So his infantry is a little bit thin, but still not really comparative. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave my options open. We're going to try something here a little bit on the crazy side. We're gonna go back to my standard twist, because why not? We're gonna do it with a fleet drop in the Atlantic today. I don't have to worry about the battleship in here, so I don't have to worry about dead zoning that at least. And we're just gonna go with this. And we're not going to do Sea Zone 37. I really, really wanted to in this case, but instead we're just going to use him to go ahead and take out that destroyer. Got half the mine just to hit him, but really I want to pull units back. We need to get UK into the center of the board, ultimately here. So here's where we're going to get a little bit crazy. A little bit crazy. I haven't decided on him. I'm going to use my bomber to take this guy out. I've been wanting to do this for a while when I see this kind of setup. Take this bomber out. This tank can blitz. I can put a Russian infantry here, cut off Karelia, stick some guys there, stick some guys here, and see what happens. So that, or by taking him out, I might be able to just move 1 infantry and then take a shot on Ukraine and then retreat. which is probably what I'm kind of thinking I'm going to lean towards. I'm going to set up my retreat towards Caucasus, though, one way or the other, because I'm going to be bringing some UK guys up that way. So here's the tricky part. This transport. I really want to be able to use my US fighters, have both free to either hit Ukraine or Karelia. So I'm going to do that, and that makes this very ishy. But I think ishy is just what I've got to accept in a game like this. So I'm going to accept ishy, and we're just going to go with it. You know what? I actually don't even need to take the destroyer there, because I plan on landing this guy in Caucasus anyways. So we'll just use the fighter there, and we can pull the destroyer wherever we want to take the destroyer. Maybe we take him to 14. Maybe we come back here to 33. I think we'll bring him back here to 33. Alright, so this is the iffy battle. And we really need my bomber to survive this to help with the dead zoning of boats down here, although we'll have the destroyer to help out at least. So very nice. Yeah, it's okay. I needed that fighter to live to make Szechuan just a little less tempting for Japan. Alright, here we go. Only one hit. Shoot. Alright, 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 alright. Let's go, let's go. Ooh, come on. Okay. Oh. But the sub's gone, so we can take out the destroyer now. I was worried about not being able to take out... Oh, crap. Oi. 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 It was going so well. He's got 5 fighters and you have a cruiser. And I'm just going to have a destroyer carrier. I'm not going to put any transports in there. Alright. Try to take it out. And he may get a hit back. We do have the U.S. bomber that can take him out, so we're gonna... I'd rather lose the U.S. bomber than the U.K. fighter, so we're gonna retreat this. Okay, that's no bueno either. The the risks did not pay off this time. Next time. All right, so he's got 4 there. Three, he can move 5 units in there. Fighter here can hit still, so the tank will be able to hit. That gives me 3, 4, 5 units I could attack him with. Here, this leaves. You know what? One and one. That'd leave 2 for his 3. My transport comes up and grabs 2 of those guys plus the tank. So I think we'll do something like that. So basically he's got 4 guys. I've got 3 plus 2, the transport plus the tank. So 6 guys that can fight in there plus my fighter. All right, oh, don't want to forget about these guys here. I'm gonna pause for a second. So I gotta rush. My dinner is ready, so I'm gonna finish this up really quickly. Oh, carrier can't stay there. Carrier needs to go over here. Okay. There we go. And I forgot I'll have that tank over here that can shoot into this direction too, so that'll be nice. It's a nice thing when there's no bomber, you can get a free drop of the tank. All right. Team game real quick. Okay, so this game too was not much better, as we had 3 infantry live in West Russia. However, he had more infantry live on the front line than Antron did, so we are under some pretty heavy pressure here as it is. And once again, we're going to have to give somewhere. We're going to have to give them odds somewhere that don't necessarily want to give, but kind of have to give. So that's what we're going to do. Again, I'm going to go with my UK twist, except for we're going to go carrier transport rather than carrier destroyer, and I'm going to put in artillery in India instead. Reason being, he parked 3 of his fighters up here. So if I can build the second transport on UK1, I'm all about that. And we're going to be able to go straight at France this turn too. So we're going to come right in there and hit in there right into France. So pretty happy about that. But yeah, the thing that we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up giving him odds on West Russia as well as kind of odds on the fleet a little bit. But again, we kind of have to. We have to give somewhere. So here we go. They did the bomber build with infantry, though, instead of the tank. So that's the one good thing here is they're not being as aggressive as Antron was with the tanks. So we'll take that. We're going to hit that guy. If we get lucky and take it with no losses, then maybe we don't move the infantry and just leave the 3 units here for him to be able to attack a battleship and a bomber into. We'll see. I did already check with John Roberts, who's in charge of the Japan forces, and he's okay with me doing my sub in here. He's not going to attack the 33 fleet. I'm just so much happier. Ever since I started doing cruiser fighter on Season 61, I feel so much better than the cruiser carrier. I know it's only 1 unit, but I just like preserving the carrier because I feel like the carrier can do so much more in the Indian and then into the Atlantic Ocean or even the Med. So much happier since I started doing that personally. I know most people still kill the battleship around 1, but me, I feel this is better, worth it. As much as I would like to do something with this bomber right now, on the flip side, I don't want to do anything with them. Being I don't want to risk losing him, because if I risk losing him, then I really lose my... If I lose him, I lose my dead zone on 32. On my one-on-one game, at least I had my destroyer coming through, so it made it harder for him to be able to take without taking a loss. But without the destroyer through, that bomber really is critical in order to keep the battle in my favor in regards to that. So one of the issues that we're going to run into is the fact in this game, we're going to give up Caucasus and we're going to stack West Russia and try to dead zone Caucasus. Not 100% sure we could do it, but we're going to try at least. I think we can. But we're going to try dead zone in Caucasus, which means I can't land my fighter there. And I can't put my fighter in West Russia because then it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. And if he sank my carrier, I couldn't do that. So we got to put the fighter in Persia, ultimately. Instead, this guy right here. And then we'll bring our bomber on down around. As much as I'd like to put my bomber here, the problem with putting the bomber here when they build the bomber and put these fighters up front is the fact that we're having to give this up. So German 2, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4 and land right back there. Or he could send this fighter and go, or excuse me, this bomber and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 land in Japan territory and take out that bomber easy. Because we don't really want to move these guys when we know they're going to be coming through. So it makes it tricky to land the bomber in here and not be able to cover them up properly. So I would need all 3 of these guys for 3 fighters and a bomber to cover the bomber relatively well. So and normally we want to send one of those guys to take Kwangtung possibly. So it's just iffy. And I'd rather it there because then I'd be 3 spots from Season 61 instead of 4. But even at 4, we're still dead zoning there because he's not going to take Sichuan this turn, presumably. So that'll still be The bomber will still be helping Dead Zone, C-Zone 61, and make him have to protect it with some fighters. Which, my goal this turn is, we know Germany wants to move in and be aggressive. I wanted to prevent as many fighters from laying on Kwang Tung as possible so that he can't get a West Russia stack the next turn, or a Caucasus stack. So, that's the goal. I'm going to go ahead and use the tank in here. Normally I like to leave the tank and grab an infantry, but since I'm building that other transport, I want to have 4 units already here, and I'm not building any other units over here, so we're going to go ahead and use him there. Nothing really great we can do with him. Nothing really great we can do with him. So, I'll wrap it up there. Big whiff. Ah, dang it. There we go. We're going to have 4. He can bring 5. I'll have 2 planes. That could also hit here, all 3 planes, so we'll be good there. This guy, what do we do here? Alright. Eensy meensy miny mo. I think I need to bring him back in order to dead zone here, because if he just dropped everything in Egypt and didn't lose a unit, then I'm going to be in trouble. So I need him to help cushion it and make it a little bit easier to hopefully take this guy back. Of course, that'll all depend on what happens over on this side of the map too. Do need to make sure my defense profile is set correctly. I forgot to do that in the Antron game. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the bum. All right. There we go. Wait, did I land my plane on the back over here? My fighter in there? Yeah, okay. And that'll be it for the turn.